onto the floor. We're starting lying onto the floor, just feeling the body resting. And feel yourselves grounded and supported. Let your breath belong onto your abdomen. And put an intention for this practice today. If you have your legs along the floor, bend your knees and bring your feet close towards your hips. Have your palms facing down. Your chin is tucked in towards your chest. Lift your toes and spread your toes onto the mat. Lift your hands, spread your fingers and place them onto the floor. Feel your toes and your fingers in contact with the mat. And if you need to, slide your shoulders a little bit further down. So I want you to feel the hands pressing onto the floor, the feet pressing onto the floor, and the arms also pressing onto the floor. So much so that your back becomes lighter. You almost feel like if your back wants to float off the ground. And then release. And feel that difference. Your feet are soft, your knees are soft, your hands are not pressing down. Inhale and press your arms towards the floor, your feet onto the floor, your toes onto the floor. Your upper arms are also reaching towards the floor. Press until you are shaking a little bit and then release. So you might feel like if you are levitating. Inhale, press your arms, your hands, your feet, and with that lightness that now you have on your back, start bringing your hips up. And press your head into the floor a little bit just to give support to the neck as well. Not too hard, and then lower down. Keep pressing your hands and your feet onto the floor. And now release everything. As you're doing this, you are trying to bring the whole body supported by the arms and the legs. Let's see it again. Press your hands and your feet onto the floor until you feel that your back is rising up. Hello, Kathy. Now that we have a waiting room, you have to be always on time, otherwise I'm on the mat. So sorry for keeping you waiting. Lie down. Yeah, don't worry. We are just doing shoulder bridges. So lie down, have your arms by the side. Hello, Sue. And then release down. Keep pushing the arms and feet onto the floor so that your back is moving really lightly, not with effort. Great. Make the next one your last one. Pressing your feet and your arms. And stay with your hips up. So we are not rolling it down. See if you can interlace your fingers underneath your buttocks and lift your hips further up. Keeping your chin towards your chest and your neck long. Push your feet onto the floor. Your buttocks are coming into the equation, holding you up. Raise to where you can. Then release your hands. Press your arms onto the floor. Your feet are supporting you. And let your back roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And release the legs, release the arms, roll your head side to side and just feel the whole body. Feel your spine having been activated. Good. Now bring your legs together, stretch your arms over your head, point your toes, and then flex your feet, change the position of the hands. Keep stretching your body. And bring your right knee towards your chest, bring your nose towards your knee, and extend the left leg away. Feel that expansion in your hip flexor. Release the head down, change sides. Push the heel away, bring the nose towards your knee, keep the right leg nice and strong. And release, bring both knees towards your chest. Massage your lower back, making big circles with your knees in one direction and big circles on the other direction. And let both knees rest to your right hand side. Open your left arm and look towards your hand. Feel that stretch on your hip, on your waist, maybe even straighten the front leg, just to have a little bit more of what's right for you. Bring your knees back together, bring your legs back to the center. You can help with your hands if you need to. And then change sides. Breathe. You can hold the top leg with your hand just to give more of a support and grounding. And bring it back to center. And bring your legs up and your arms by the sides of the body. We're going to combine movement and breath. So check that your legs are just above your hips. Your hands are by the side. As you inhale, we are just going to bring the legs into a 90-degree and bring the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands by the side and bring the legs up. Keep going with this movement. And what I want you to observe is how your back moves. So when you bend your knees, your lower back makes a little gap underneath and your arms are overhead. When you bring your legs up, the whole of the back is more or less flat onto the floor. Flex the feet as your legs go up, and you can point the toes as your knees bend. 2 more of these. Just trying to make the movement really soft. And keep your legs up, hands by the sides. And just feel the weight of your legs onto your hips. Now we're going to do opposite arm and leg. So only one set of the body will move. We're going to start bending the left knee, bringing the right arm up. And then straighten the left leg and bring the right hand to the side. And then the other side. Bend the right knee, bringing the left arm overhead. Exhale. Bring it back to center. A little bit of coordination, but we've done this with both legs and both arms. So the body already knows what we're doing. Try the other side. Lovely. So here comes the challenge. We're going to bend one knee and bring the other arm overhead as we lower the whole of the leg that is stretched. Then we bring the arm up and the leg up and release. I want you to move with your breath, trying to disassociate the parts that you are moving. And bring it all the way up. Try to make the arrival of the legs and the arms simultaneous. The leg that is extended and the arm travel a lot more than the leg that is bent. Be serious about taking yourselves lightly. If your coordination is not there yet, don't worry about it. Last one. And release, happy baby. So when you do these movements and you get into the zone and you're not thinking about it, it's a little bit like swimming underwater. It's a nice, smooth ride. You use a little bit your abdominal muscles. Good. Bring yourselves onto your bellies. So we articulated the whole back and we're going to come onto our bellies. Just find your way onto the floor. Wiggle your hips and then flatten your feet onto the floor and bring your hands behind your lower back. Breathe deeply and have your chin onto the floor. As we inhale, we're going to come up into our locust pose, Shavasana, trying to open the shoulders and bring the elbows towards each other. Hold the breath for a moment and exhale, release down towards the floor, release the buttocks, release the back, release the shoulders. You can let everything go down towards the floor. Inhale, ground your legs, engage your abdomen, bringing yourself up. Exhale, release down, releasing the buttocks, releasing the legs and the arms. Two more. Inhale, engage your abdomen, fill your lungs, hold your breath on the inhalation, feel the buoyancy that your lungs give to your body. And exhale, release. One more. Your legs at the ready, your lungs inflate, your shoulders come back, elbows towards each other, and exhale, release down. Good, and bring your hands underneath your head, shake your hips or sway your shins side to side. And bring your arms forwards. Bend your left knee. Bring your left knee across. Just giving a nice stretch to your hip and your thigh. Resting the right side of the head onto your arm. And bring it back to center. Change sides. Your chest is sideways. You're trying to open your hips. And exhale, come back to center and bring your hands underneath your shoulders and come into all fours. And make circles with your hips. Circling your hips in one direction and on the other direction. Arch your back, bring your chin towards your chest and exhale. Let your belly go towards the floor and open the chest. Inhale, arch your back, chin to chest. Exhale, open and expand. One more, chin to chest. And exhale, coming back to center. Have your body square. So your ribs are not flaring up. You're not pushing up. You are bang on in the middle. And as you inhale, bring your right arm and your left leg forwards, the right arm forwards, the left leg back. Your toes and your fingers are touching the floor. And check how your body is. Check that it's not collapsing. Your fingertips are firmly on the floor. Inhale, lift arm and leg. Exhale, release. Keep your abdomen engaged. Inhale, lift arm and leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift arm and leg. Hold it there. Breathe and focus. Keep breathing and keep focusing. Imagine that your arm and your leg are being held by an invisible balloon. And exhale, release your hand, release your leg, arch your back, chin towards your chest, stretch your lower back, and bring yourselves back to center. So we're going to do it on the other side. Check that your body is free to move, that you're not stuck. If your wrists feel it by being on your hands so much, you can fold your mat just a little bit and bring the heel of the hand onto the fold of the mat so that your fingers are below your heel, the heel of your hand. That way you will give your wrists a little bit more space and support. All right, let's go on the other side. So left fingertips onto the floor and right toes onto the floor. Check that your body is not swaying around. You should be like if you are wearing a corset of muscles around your center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, lower. Now on the next one, we're going to stay and hold. And hold, hold, hold. Breathe. And release. Come into a child's pose. Release your forehead onto the ground. You're going to have your hands underneath your forehead. Breathe deeply onto your back, onto your kidneys. As you inhale, lift your head. If you want, you can stay on your semi-child's pose for a moment and I'll show you what we're doing next. We're going to be stretching on our downward facing dog. First, we're going to start with the legs open and walk and stretch, and then we're going to bring the feet together and it will be more of a swivel onto the balls of the feet. So just see how you feel. We start with the legs apart, walking wide, and then we bring the feet together and swivel side to side. Let's see it. Coming to down dog, and check that you're not always stretching towards your legs. Your head is between your arms are hugging towards each other, and they're coming into your shoulder sockets. Open the feet the width of the mat, and sway your hips side to side, releasing wherever you feel that you need it. Maybe bring both heels up and then release them towards the floor. Articulating your toes, feeling the whole of your body, its sensation, being mindful. And the head is between your shoulders, between your arms. Now bring your feet together, toes are together. And swivel side to side. This time you will feel the stretch more onto your ribs and the sides of your waist. Don't go to the point of no return. And now bring your feet 6 inches apart. Lift your toes, spread your toes, plant them onto the floor. Keep your belly in and up. Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Breathe into your down dog. And we're going to start with the left leg today. So bring the left leg up parallel to the floor. Let your right heel go down towards the ground. As you inhale, look towards your hands, lift the right heel and bring the left foot between your hands. That's it, good. Look at your back foot, where the ball of the foot is. Bring your heel, so your feet are train tracking. And come all the way up. So we're coming into a warrior one. And our legs should be the same width as your hips. We are not bringing one leg behind the other. We are having our feet train tracking. And you can be certain to have a wider stance if you need more balance. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. So the hand that is on the hip is going to open back and keep that hip square towards the floor. The other arm is going to come up and behind and then forwards. Okay, so here we go. Have your foot onto the floor. The left arm is on your waist. And bring your right arm forwards. Look at your thumb. And as you inhale, bring the arm up and around. Keep looking towards your thumb. Exhale, bring the arm up and forwards. Relax your shoulder as you do it. Inhale, bring it up and around. Exhale, bring it up and forwards. One more, bring the arm up and around and look towards your thumb. Exhale, bring it forwards. Bring your right hand onto your hip and square your hips forwards. Check your front knee. The front knee should be over your ankle and you should be able to see your little toes, your big toes. Your little toes are covered, your big toe is visible. Now, bring your right arm up. Relax this right shoulder, open the chest, and send the energy from the collarbone, the right collarbone, to the outer edge and the heel of the right foot. Can you feel that? Reach. And the left hand can pull your hip towards your left as you bring your right arm across, making like a banana shape on your side of the body, keeping the hip square. That's it, good. And release. Now, release the hands by the side of the foot. Align the back foot with the front. Maybe widen your legs a little bit more. We're going to come into a side stretch. Bring your fingertips onto the floor, or if you have a block and you need a block, you can have it in front of your hand, in front of your foot, placing your hand in. Bring your right hand onto your hip. And as you inhale, bring the arm overhead. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, bring the hand back. Inhale, bring the arm overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring the arm overhead. And exhale, keep looking down as you tap your fingers between your ribs and your left thigh. Now, can you find that extension from your collarbone, right collarbone to right foot? You can be on your knee if you prefer. Feel that extension, feel that connection all along your right side of the body. One more breath here. And release your right arm, bring it onto the floor, release your right knee. Bring your left hand onto your knee and twist. Doing a little bit of a contra posture in here. Release, bring both hands onto the floor and left leg comes back into a downward facing dog. And see how you feel in this down dog. Maybe you want to sway side to side. Bring your heels up and down, or just want to stay in there. Great. And we're going to do all the same with the right leg forwards. So bring the right leg just parallel to the floor to start with. Toes are pointing down. Now come onto the ball of your foot. Arch your upper back to give room for your foot to come between your hands. Open your chest and lower your hip into the low lunge. Lovely. And now look at your back foot where the ball of the foot is. Bring your heel. Give the front knee above your ankle and bring yourselves all the way up. Your right hand comes onto your right hip this time, and we're going to use our breath to move with awareness and mindfulness. Inhale, look towards your thumb and bring the arm behind and bring it forwards. Your head can go with your arm. If you feel that your balance is challenged by that, just focus on looking at your thumb when it's in front of you and when it's behind you. If you want to challenge your balance, look at your thumb as it's coming over your head. That is your challenge for today. Keep opening that chest and that shoulder. And release your hands onto your hip. Now check that your hip is square. Feel the elongation between your left collarbone and the outer edge of the left foot. Breathe deeply. And we're going to expand the left arm up, relaxing the shoulder. Keep pushing your hip to open and arch towards your right. Bring in more of a stretch on the left side of the body. And bring yourselves back to center. Now the left foot will align with the right to come into our side stretch. I'm going to turn around so that I can see you all. So either fingertips onto the floor, or you can have your forearm onto your thigh, or you can have a block. So bring your hand onto your hip, open the chest, open the hip, and bring the arm overhead. Look towards the floor, exhale, look towards your hand, and looking up, and looking back, and forwards, and back. Now bring your arm up and release your fingertips to grab between your ribs and your thigh. Now see if you can open that chest, open that hip. Feeling the connection between your left collarbone and the outer edge of your left foot. Lovely. And inhale. Release, bring the arm overhead, hands by the sides, the left hand on the floor, left knee comes down, right arm comes up, or hand onto the knee. Look over the shoulder. And release, bring your hands by the side of the foot, leg back into a downward facing dog. Shake your head, nod your head, and walk your dog if you need to. You can also come into a child's pose if you want a little bit of a rest. Or maybe you can find your point of rest in down dog. Your belly's in, pelvic floor in and up. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. You can use your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, look towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Soften your knees. Grab hold of your elbows. And sway your upper body side to side on your ragdoll. Feeling the whole of your back elongating towards the floor. Breathe. And release your elbows. Center your weight as you roll up into standing, vertebra by vertebrae. Bringing yourselves all the way up. Open your arms, bring your arms around and up. And exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Lovely. Shake your arms, shake your legs. If you need to drink a sip of water or something, please do. We're going to bring all of these into a little flow. So just log into your mind how you felt during the sequence, how your arms felt, where were the sticky points on your chest and your back, and we're going to use it to put it together in a flow. Have your feet either hip distance or together. Inhale, bring your arms up, stretch up, exhale. Flex from your hip flexors, bring in the hands by the side of the feet. Inhale, hands onto your shins and flatten your back. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift your toes, engage your belly. And release your hands by the sides of the feet. Bring your right leg back and your left leg back into plank. Bring your knees onto the floor, chest is over your wrist, and you can release your thighs, belly, chest and chin, shoulders back and down, cobra. That was an easier way of bringing yourselves down. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, we start with the left leg as we did before. Left leg up, right heel towards the floor. It's always good to variate where you start so that you don't get into a pattern. Look towards your hands, lift your heel, bring your foot between your hands, lower your back heel into your warrior one. Bring your arms up, sink onto the front foot, bring your left hand onto your left hip, and bring your right hand forwards, release your right shoulder, and exhale, look towards the back hand. We're only going to do one repetition of this. Bring it forwards. Now, bring your left hand in front of your foot, right foot comes back, come into a side stretch. And look towards your hand, bring in the hand onto the hip. Exhale, look towards the floor, bring the arm overhead. Inhale, look forwards and bring the arm behind, tacking your fingertips onto your thigh, opening your chest. Bring your arm up and release the hand onto the floor, come into a low lunge, release the back knee and twist towards your left knee. Release, hands onto the floor, bring the leg back into downward facing dog. Come into plank. So you can do a stronger chaturanga, bringing your knees, chest and chin onto the floor, or do the previous one, releasing your thighs, hips and belly and chin. Then shoulders back and down, elbows towards each other, legs are firmly on the floor. Come into cobra. Exhale, release down. Tap your toes, come up into downward facing dog. Shake your head, nod your head. And bring your right leg up. Left heel comes towards the floor. Keep pushing onto your hands. Now lift the left heel, look towards your hands, arch your upper back, and bring the right foot between your hands into your low lunge. Do it with grace and control. Release the back heel and come up into your warrior one. Now we release the right hand onto the right hip, trying to square the hip forwards, feeling that elongation from the collarbone on the left side to the left foot. Bring your left thumb in front of you and bring it back and look towards the thumb. Inhale, bring it forwards. Now we're going to bring the right hand onto the floor, left leg walks back, coming into a side stretch, and look towards your left hand as it comes down, Exhale, bring it forwards, look towards the floor. Inhale, tuck it behind and open your chest. And bring your arm up. Release the left hand onto the floor. Come onto the ball of the foot on your left foot. And twist towards your knee. So you're twisting towards your right, Lisa. That's it. Good. Release, hands onto the floor. Leg back into down dog. Have a full breath in down dog. Exhale, coming into plank. Knees onto the floor, and you can hover into chaturanga. Inhale, slide forwards into cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake your head, nod your head. Look towards your hands and walk your feet step by step by step towards your hands. Release, softening your knees. Push your feet onto the floor and rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Open your shoulders, open your chest. Bring your fingertips together. Exhale, hands to your heart. And stay standing for a moment, just feeling your feet onto the floor, feeling your shoulders, your back, your hips, the whole of the body having worked and twisted, and your strength and flexibility. Sense, be mindful of what your body is feeling right now. Inhale, open your eyes. Bring your arms up. Exhale, dive down towards the floor. Inhale, hands up to your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, hands by the sides of your feet. Bring your right leg back into a low lunge. And bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Come into Skandasana. This ninja stretch. Good. And in here, you can have your heel onto the floor or be on the ball of the foot. Just wherever your body allows you. Feel the inner thighs stretching, and maybe you can reach your right hand away. Your left arm is pushing against your left knee. Breathe. And bring yourselves back to center. Bring your right hand onto the floor and bring your feet onto their outer edge. And come into this version of side plank. Your left outer edge is on the foot, your right outer edge is on the floor. If you wanted to slide your left leg to come on top of your right. And release, coming into plank. Bring yourselves into down dog. Lower your elbows onto the floor. And we are in parallel forearms, dolphin. Look towards your thumbs and bring your head forwards and bring it back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Inhale forwards and back. Two more, forwards and back. Can you feel your lateral muscles and your triceps working? Good. Come into down dog. This time your left leg comes up. Look towards your hands and bring the left foot between your hands. Open the chest, lower the hip. And we're going to come into standing splits. Breathe deeply. If you want to challenge yourselves, hold onto your left ankle. And bring your fingertips onto the floor, lift a little bit more. Soften your left foot. Bring your right foot next to the left. Shake your hips. Inhale, coming into Utkatasana. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, push all the way up. And exhale, release. Good, we're going to do it all on the other side. So we're going to change the front of the mat so that I can see you. Inhale, arms up, stretch. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, bend your knees and come into Utkatasana. Arms by the sides of the head, bellies in, tailbone down. Exhale, fold forwards. And bring your left leg back this time. Take your time to be fully on your low lunge. And then bring your hands on the inside, coming into your ninja stretch, Skandasana. Lock your right forearm against your right knee, and your left hand can reach forwards, just feeling more of a stretch on your inner thigh. Your toes, your left toes are pointing towards the ceiling, and feel that lovely stretch. Breathe deeply. One more breath. And come back towards the right foot and bring the outer edges of the right foot and the left foot onto the ground. Bring your hips up and bring your arms up. If this is enough, you stay here. If you feel strong, then you let your right leg come on top of your left, coming into full Vashisthasana. And bring your hands onto the floor. Bring yourselves back into a downward facing dog. Release your elbows onto the floor. We are in a dolphin. Parallel forearms, dolphin. Look towards your thumbs, bellies in, and come forwards and back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Inhale forwards and back. Extend your elbows, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Look towards your hands and bring the right foot between your hands. Open the chest, we're going towards our standing splits. So bring the left leg up. And maybe hold onto your ankle with both hands. Maybe give your hands onto the floor. Just see how you feel. Challenge yourselves with kindness. Then fingertips on the floor. See if you can go a little bit further. And release your left leg. Soften yourselves down towards the floor. Come into Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forwards. Push your feet onto the floor as you come all the way up. Building yourselves up. Expand and exhale. Release. Come onto the balls of your feet and release down into a squat. And hands forwards, releasing down all the way towards the floor. And I asked you to be standing a lot today, so now it's time to start winding down, stretching whatever needs to be stretched. So have your hands by the sides of the body. You can have your palms facing down. Roll your head side to side. And bring your hands underneath your buttocks, palms facing down. Extend your legs along the floor. Lift your chest and bring your elbows towards each other. Point your toes and let the crown of the head come onto the floor for fish. So this is normally the contra posture for our shoulder stand. But it's always a nice throat opening and chest opening. Inhale, look towards your toes. And release your hands, bring your knees towards your chest. Let both knees go towards one side and open the opposite arm. Supine twist. And feel how this might be different to the twist that you did on warm-up. Just feel yourselves in this position, breathing deeply. Letting the hips stretch. And the sides of the body stretch. And bend both knees. Bring your knees towards your chest. And change sides. Knee over knee. Open up. And bring yourselves back to center. And I will invite you to do an inversion. If you feel that you've done quite a lot and you don't feel like going onto your shoulders, you can bring your feet against the wall or on top of a sofa or a chair. The other alternative is to have a block underneath your hips and bring your legs up. The other option is to come into a full shoulder stand, by which you're going to bring your knees towards your forehead. Shuffle your elbows towards each other. Or maybe you want to stay with your knees bent for a little bit, just feeling your back, stretching slowly. And then build it up into your shoulder stand. Focusing on your big toes. If this is too much, you can bring your hips onto your hands and have your legs at 45 degrees. 2 45 degrees angles will give you a bit more room to breathe. Your neck will be less demanded upon. And you're still getting all of the benefits from the inversion. Blood goes towards your thyroid and your brain and your face. This is the recipe for a youthful brain and face. It's better than any cream you can buy. When we've done about 10 breaths on our shoulder stand, we're going to release into Halasana. If your Halasana is only halfway, you can stay there. If you have somewhere to rest your feet, a wall or a piece of furniture, as I have right now, you can release the lower back and bring your hands onto the floor. If your feet can reach towards the floor, then let them. You can have a cushion under your toes. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers. Maybe your fingers can be just on the floor. Plow pose, Halasana. And then very slowly, we're going to come out vertebra by vertebra. Controlling the descent with your abs and your arms. Take a moment. If you wanted to, you can come into Mathyasana, fish posture, with your hands underneath the buttocks and the elbows on the floor, as we did a moment ago. If you have a cushion and you want a more restorative resting posture to open up your chest and do a contra posture for your shoulder stand, then bring your cushion underneath your shoulder blades. And relax the arms overhead. Breathe deeply. Let your collarbones open and relax. Let your chest be open and relax. Maybe you want to bring your feet together, knees apart. This goddess pose. We have just one more minute before we transition into our Shavasana. So if you have a cushion underneath your back, roll out of it. If you are in fish, you should be already out of it. And release yourselves down towards the floor. Allow the legs to be long onto the floor, the arms by the side, palms facing up. And we're going to make fist with our hands, pointed toes. Lift the arms, lift the legs, lift the head. Tense everything. Tense, 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 tense. And relax. You can inhale deeply. Exhale with a sigh. One more. Inhale. Sigh. And send your breath to any areas of your body where you might be holding tension. Feel the pulsation of energy on your feet, the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands. Allow the whole of your body to be heavy towards the floor. Relaxing your head and your forehead, your jaw, your lips. Relax the tongue inside your mouth. Your neck is relaxed. Collarbones and your shoulders are relaxed. Relax your arms. Elbows, wrists and hands are relaxed. Relax your belly and your hips. Your thighs and your knees are relaxed. Relax your calf muscles, shins, ankles, heels, soles of the feet, tops of the feet. And relax your 10 toes. Your whole body is relaxed. Relax your brain. If any thoughts come into your mind, let them pass like clouds in the sky. Go within. Inhale, bringing the attention back into your bodies. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Roll your head side to side. Bringing your head back to center. Bring your legs together and stretch your arms over your head, full body stretch. And relax. Bring your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees. Rock side to side, releasing any tension in your lower back. Bring your nose towards your knees. And then bring both knees to one side. Coming into a cross-legged seated position. Keep your eyes closed, back straight, neck long, shoulders relaxed. We're going to finish chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster, generating prana between your hands. And place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest and bow your head. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done.